2K Sports pregame show.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with DeMarcus Cousins, and this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Ewing. Johnson is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Malone. And it's Chamberlain in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Trailblazers, Garnett out there with Howard. And it's Hill. Then there's Pippen. And it's Frazier in at the one spot. Offensive rebound. Howard. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
James, the pass to Johnson. Pippen against Ewing. And it's good for two. Ewing's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Lakers. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, he could.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. And Ewing sends it back. Malone outside. On the wing, James. He's guarded by Howard. Here's Ewing. Good, and the assist goes to James. Ewing's got his second basket.
And how about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Frazier. Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
We watch LeBron and we marvel at him, but how hard that LeBron James works at his craft and continues to push the bar for himself physically is one of the things that you have to appreciate the most.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Olajuwon's checked in for Howard. Pierce comes in for Kevin Garnett. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen. And it's Payton in for Frazier. Here's Thomas. Following the basket by Gary Payton. Back to Thomas. James outside. Wants to get it to Pierce and does. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Payton looking around. And stolen by Chamberlain. Thomas against Payton. Down low. And then Ewing with the jam.
Yeah, finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of Thomas at work.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Thompson is out there with Gary Payton. Then it's Olajuwon. Then it's Pierce. And it's McAdoo in at the four-man position. That's splits the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Worthy after the miss from Gary Payton. Worthy, the pass to Thomas. Elijah with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Russell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Maravich comes in for James Worthy. Pass to Pierce. Pass to Thompson. Fires from deep. Sinks the triple. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
That's Klay Thompson thinking the game out right there. Maybe it's in the DNA.
And Bill Russell slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Dwight Howard's checked in for Elijah. Garnett comes in for McAdoo. Pippen's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Frazier in for Payton. And then for the Lakers, Karl Malone's checked in for Chamberlain. And it's Johnson in for Isaiah Thomas. Now here's Pippen. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Howard. Second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Bill Russell.
And Garnett, a vocal leader, always trying to psych his guys up and get into the head of the opponent.
Miller's checked in for the Lakers. Brent, for your money, who's the most complete player in the NBA right now?
Over the course of the past 2 years, nobody has impressed me more with his complete game than Kevin Durant. What he has done defensively has just been tremendous. And I know you have guys like Giannis, you have guys like Harden, you have guys like LeBron James, who are incredible players.
And Kawhi, what he did last year. Yeah.
But Kevin Durant, to me, still is one of the most impressive complete players that we have in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's Maravich on the wing. Johnson against Pippen. Pippen with the steal. A finish. And it's Pippen with the jam.
You gotta respect the quickness of Pippen. Just terrific at getting to the right spot there in transition.
Miller outside. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Lays it up and banks it in. Miller's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And it's sent back by Russell.
And guys, this is where instincts come into play. So much you have to read defensively. Russell not fooled at all.
Maravich with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
And the officials call a traveling violation. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, the Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on both ends of the floor. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. In the second quarter, they faced greater resistance, but rose to the occasion to take the same 8-point advantage into the half. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what you think?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie, they were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know.
And that's our...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Patrick Ewing really making a difference here.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Malone is out there with Ewing. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Chamberlain. And it's James in at the shooting guard.
Yeah, that guy hits the gym, Dwight Howard, and using his size and soft touch, he gets these and-one opportunities.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. The pass to James. Shoots over Frazier. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Johnson.
Well, the combination of power and finesse, it just is automatic when LeBron gets down low, one of the most efficient paint players in the game.
Pass to Hill. Garnett outside. The three-pointer, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Johnson dishes to Malone. He kicks it to Chamberlain. James outside. 1:25 left in the third quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. And James throws it down.
Once James takes off towards the basket, the defense really has no chance to react and or stop him. What determination from the King there.
Hill finds Howard. Ewing against Hill. Lets it go with a 3. They get it again. Los Angeles leading by 9. Pass to Chamberlain. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Olajuwon's checked in for Howard. McAdoo comes in for Kevin Garnett. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen. And it's Peyton in for Frazier.
And without a doubt, one of the greatest small men we've ever seen. Zeke possesses the skill and determination to just take over a game at any point.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's the floater. The Lakers with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Hakeem Olajuwon grabs the rebound. For 3, Hill. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Lakers lead by 11. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Olajuwon is out there with McAdoo. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Gary Payton. And it's Hill in at the 3 spot. Olajuwon can't hit.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Outside Worthy. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
And it's sent back by Russell. Drexler outside. Passes it to Thomas. Dishes it to Ewing. Over McAdoo. The putback. Portland grabs the miss. 1:32 left in the game. There's the dish to Payton. To the right side. Out to Thompson. Lets it go. That shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Drexler against Hill. To the paint. Here's James. And he uses the glass on the layup. Timeout. And the Lakers lead by 15.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Miller, the shot's good on the assist by Maravich.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Nowitzki's shot is no good. And so Miller will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Maravich, good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Nowitzki outside. Over Russell. And he overshot that one, missing. Now, here is Maravich. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really...
Part of my dreams had to chase. You counted me out, I counted me in. Fell off before, but never again. They boxed me out, I never fit in. Never will fold, never compete. Just wanna win, 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 win. Just wanna win.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We welcome you to Noche and Beyond. Here are and a litany of injuries coming into this game. A look at the list of names. Pretty daunting.
And for Wendell Carter Jr., a long list of injuries coming into this game. You look at all those names unavailable. Pretty daunting.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. They've got Abdul-Jabbar. Robertson is out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Davis in at the 4 spot. And for Chicago, we've got Baylor. Kobe is out there with John Stockton. Then it's Robinson. And it's Carter in at the 3.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong.
Now, here's Baylor, following the miss by Anthony Davis, and the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. Jordan against Bryant. Robertson passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Stockton with it. He's picked up by Jordan from 17 feet out, and they pick up 2.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Oh, man, these fans are pumped. I expect them to be loud tonight. Should be a great game.
Now, here's Leonard. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Here's Kobe. Pass to Baylor. Over Robertson. Baylor's shot is off. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Stockton against Robertson. Outside, Davis. Jordan inside. Shoots over Kobe. The shot by Jordan, no good.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
Stockton kicks to Kobe. A 3-pointer off the mark. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. The feed to Davis. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Now here is Carter. Leonard brings the double team. Robinson dishes to Carter.
Carter just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
This is his first free throw of the game. He misses the free throw. Both teams will make substitutions. And he's good on the second. There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Got a piece of it. Stockton outside. Here's O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
Yeah, you got to love the recognition there. Stockton just so unselfish, always looking to find the open man.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
On the floor for Detroit, Tracy McGrady is out there with Paul, and it's Malone, and it's Duncan, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now here's Paul. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, give us a little credit too with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
With the fadeaway. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Duncan with the block. Out to the wing. Shoots the 3. Malone controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, Malone is an absolute nightmare on the offensive glass. Does a great job of establishing that position for that putback slam.
Now here's Stockton. Inside, Shaq passes to Gervin. McGrady against Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Stockton from outside. No good on that one. And Detroit the other way now. To the inside, Duncan. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And he gets it to go.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Malone with the block.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions.
Paul finds Leonard. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
O'Neal. Some solid defense by Malone.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And taken away by Paul. Leonard, that's for 2. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons ahead. Up 1 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of 1. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared.
That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Shaq is really having a good game here.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
They've got Carter. Robinson is out there with Baylor. Then there's John Stockton. And it's Kobe in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And there's Robertson. That's good on the assist by Davis.
In the painted area, it's where Robertson can destroy you. He's just too strong and too skilled.
And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career.
Barry's checked in for the Bulls. James Harden, he's checked in for Detroit. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. It's a three-point game. He kicks to Kobe. Tries it from the top of the key, and he knocks down the jumper.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Outside, Davis. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Robinson with the block.
And there you see why Robinson is the anchor of this defense. Massive wingspan, easily allowing him to turn away shots.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Pass to Barry. Outside Baylor. 4 on the clock. For the lead, here's Carter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Robertson. Passes it to Davis. It's stolen by Carter. And here's the break. Here's Barry. Harden with the defensive effort. The Pistons leading. .50 seconds left in the third. Now sometimes it just looks unfair with the way Harden can create space. And then, Chris, he'd get that shot off.
Come on, Kev, it's just sick. His step-back jumper is a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step-back, just his regular one. I mean, he has so many tools to create space with his footwork, and he makes the most out of what you give him.
That free throw good from Harden.
Well, last season was a successful one for the Pistons. I mean, they made the playoffs as an 8 seed. They were counted out at times, but had a strong second half to make it back to the postseason.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Shaq comes in for Robinson, and Gervin subbed in for Carter. Harden hits them both.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And Gervin kicks to Kobe. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Misses the chippy right there. To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Shaq.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Detroit, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
First free throw is good. Irving's checked in for Bryant. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Here's Irving. Baylor trying to get open. Abdul-Jabbar with the block.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Shoots from the elbow. That one wide left. Here is Harden. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. Harden's got the lead up to 8 now for Detroit. And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Pistons leading by 8. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Robertson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Jordan. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 5 spot. Robertson's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Stockton against Robertson. Stockton passes to O'Neal. Gervin outside. Robertson against Stockton. Over Robertson. The shot by Stockton, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Robertson outside. Davis against Shaq. And he makes that one. And the Pistons lead by 12. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you gotta love.
Right. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Robinson's checked in for Stockton. Carter comes in for Irving. And Kobe is subbed in for Gervin.
They'll take it, even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
Here's Davis. Lays it up off the glass. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And how about the vision there from the Big O guys? Beautiful.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Bulls making a switch here. Stockton's checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Inside, Robinson. And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. Carter against Robertson. Over Carter. Robertson can't get it to go.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Pistons.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Davis.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Stockton with it. And So Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
I'm back on my. How you feel about it? Big diamonds on my neck, can't even hide it. In the bathroom, in the bathrobe, in the front seat of the Lambo. On the West Coast. God, I'm saying wow. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on me. Yeah. 100 deep when I roll like. Lonely. It's a moment when I show up. God, I'm saying wow. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on me. Yeah, your grandma probably know me. Lonely. It's a moment when I show up. God, I'm saying wow.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, I'm married to this game. That's who I made my wife. Said I alone, I told that she probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safe that's full of Franklins and a shoulder full of. Don't know it.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the short rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
And for Dwight Powell, short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. They've got Jason Kidd. Barkley is out there with Havlicek. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's Unseld in at the 5. And for Dallas, they've got Pau Gasol. Doncic out there with West, and it's Bird, and it's McHale in at the 4. Boris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
Doncic passes to Gasol. Another shot, and it's blocked. Here's McHale. San Antonio with the ball. To the inside. Powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And remember, Havlicek was a highly recruited quarterback, so you see his passing ability on that one.
West outside, but they recover it. And Barkley sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. On defense, the Spurs. Second shot opportunity. Bird misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Kidd, and McHale pulls it down.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Bird kicks it to West. Now Gasol. Pass to McHale. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. For 3, West. A rebound by the Spurs. Outside Kidd. Now the pass to Barton. Some solid defense there from McHale.
And you know, you can't impact the shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
He gets that one.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Kidd. Pass to Wade. There's the 3. The rebound by Gasol. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. McHale outside. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And Kidd, here we go. Goes back up. And the layup is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help?
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Spurs lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Pau Gasol is out there with McHale. Then there's Petrovic. Then it's Nash. And it's Stojakovic in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Gasol passes to Petrovic. And here's Nash outside. Rebounded by the Spurs. Floats one, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
Hit against Nash. Gasol dishes to Stojakovic. Passes to Petrovic. No good on the triple. Spurs leading by 5. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Here's Dantley, defended by Stojakovic. From the high post. The shot by Dantley, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And in their history, the Dallas Mavericks have never moved up in the draft, and they needed to do so this summer to keep their pick.
Well, you think about it, Greg, they went into it with a little over a 26% chance to move up into the top 4. That did not happen. The Hawks collecting that 10th pick from the Luka Doncic trade.
Stojakovic with the 3. That one doesn't go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Outside Kidd. Good, nice job down low. Kidd's got the lead up to 7 now for San Antonio.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Shot to stop the run. Pettit grabs the board. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Outside, KD. It's deflected. Gasol with the steal. Stojakovic against Durant. Stojakovic kicks it over to Nash. Makes it off the glass. Nash has got his first points of the night.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Here's Kidd. He has 5. Poked away. One second left. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Spurs out in front, up 5. And will return shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it out of here.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got Barkley. Jason Kidd is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Havlicek, and it's Unseld in at the 5 spot. That one falls.
You know, you can't let Dwayne Wade create this kind of separation because he doesn't need much. That's when he's going to go to work.
That's the bounce pass. McHale passes to Bird. Over Kidd. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from Bird.
Well, he knew what he wanted to do there. Uses that height to get a clean look over the smaller defender.
Here's West. The shot from the low post is good.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Outside Kidd. Here's the teardrop. And it's good on the layup. Kidd's got 7 points.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Doncic outside. There's the dish to Gasol. Havlicek against Bird. 5 on the clock. Over Havlicek. And it's Dallas with another.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Pass to McHale. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Doncic. Releases. Barkley grabs the board.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Kidd against West. Pass break, Dallas. All alone. Oh, and the jam by Bird.
As skilled a player as Bird has become, a lot of his biggest plays are due to his effort. Case in point, right there.
Back to Kidd from past the arc. Rebounded by McHale. McHale's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Here's Gasol. And it's blocked. Outside kid shoots over Bird, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. 3/4 of play in a close game here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Bird is out there with Petrovic. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then it's Nash. And it's Kuzi in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Can't get it to fall.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Durant, no good. The Mavericks trailing. Nash up on top. He dishes it to Gasol. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate. Someone guys love to be around. A guy that plays well with just about anybody. And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Here's Dantley. The pass to Pettit. Wade against Nash. And the basket by Wade. And the Spurs lead by 1.
This is an accomplished, polished interior scorer. Don't let the 2-guard position fool you. Dwayne Wade from the cup. Oh,
that's great. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Dantley, the feed to Wade. Nash with the block. Now here's Bird. He's tightly guarded. Wasted no time on that one.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And it's Wade penetrating. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Gasol. Pass to Kuzi. Gasol trying to free himself up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Kuzi, just an all-around talent. Superb passer who also rebounds well at his position. And guess what, folks? He can also score with the best of them.
And the Mavericks making a change here. McHale's checked in.
Well, in a game this tight, you can't overlook how important those free throws could be.
Now here's Wade. He's guarded closely. And it's Wade with the jam.
Oh, my goodness. Dwayne Wade, the big basket yet again. This guy loves these moments.
And the Mavericks call time here. They lead by 1. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. West comes in for Steve Nash. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. With this game's still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Gasol is just so crafty, a magician, if you will, with the ball, and incredible at using his pump fake to earn that trip to the stripe.
And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Unseld, the pass to Wade. Over West. No good from Wade. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. West against Kidd. West the bounce pass. Now here's Wade. Defense is right there. Here's Barkley. Got it!
Did it!
He got it! What a shot!
Wow.
Gets the big-time shot to fall, folks, and now we're headed to OT.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And it's the Mavericks to start out. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for San Antonio, Jason Kidd is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Havlicek. Then it's Bark. And it's Unseld in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Clearly a foul.
First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both in.
Here's Kidd. Wade trying to break free. Kidd, good.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Havlicek against Bird. McHale outside. Doncic dishes to Bird. The 3, West hits the 3-point bomb. West has got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavs.
I mean, that's what I call the prototype. When you talk about catching and shooting, West squares those shoulders, elbow in perfect alignment. Money.
Kidd, no good. The Maverick shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. McHale. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the Mavericks making a change here. Nash is checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Havlicek. Second one is good. In both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 56 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Wade with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Wade against Gasol. The drive by Wade. Count it!
I tell you, give him a head of steam. This guy can drop the hammer. Dwayne Wade doing work.
Dallas calls timeout. They're leading by 3. There's 47 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Try to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Nash up on top. That one, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Wade against Gasol.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
And Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Dallas calls timeout. They're in front by 1. There's 25 seconds left in overtime. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 3. 24 seconds left in the first overtime. Wade with it. Down low. Count it, and the foul. I think it's Steve Nash.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And that one misses.
And kid, really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball. And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
No good on the shot. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Yeah, and in every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. Folks, that's Larry Bird.
From deep three-point range, no good there. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Owens, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Couldn't believe it when you told them you was leaving, yeah. When you put them Cinderellas on your feet, yeah. When you shining kinda hard to be discreet, yeah. I'm gonna put you on vacation, get some leisure. Hey. I mean through the darkness and through the bleak, you done held my heart each and every beat and checked on me when I ain't wanna eat and held me tight when the game on tweak, yeah. Hard times do you make it look easy, easy, yeah. Heartache, do you make it look easy, easy? I'm proud of you. Yeah. I'm proud of you. 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 Yeah, yeah. We haven't designed it. Call it. Hey, well, keep on time me everything. Help you get your conspiracy, yeah. Drip from my head to my socket, I'm whipping a new machine. I got me a cool nurse thing. She went to had to tell her little baby, I'm proud of you. Flood your bank account with all the salary in this bacon. case I see you. She say, tell me how you flexing, but you never rah. I got all your friends, how this really cool. And I can tell you all time. Wake up, baby, wake up, don't sleep on me. Even though my cake up, I got cadence and real nice tea. I want you. I get ferocious, cause you know I'm proud of you. Yeah. Hey, proud of you. Proud of you, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. Hey, proud of you, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. You, yeah. Say it. You, I'm proud of you. Hey, She put the Energizer batteries in my back. I understand how I feature like. Take me to freedom like. Hey, pray for me even though I don't deserve it. Hey, we don't fight to get the post in our business. Teaching each other to have a discussion. Wow, I'm so proud. Keep taking like that around, get your child. Yo, aura keep changing colors on me, fireworks. Wow, I can see it all, I believe first. No bandwagon, no t-shirt. Girl, you're glowing like a meteor. Hit your bring a friend, I ain't see her. Ton of vision, only spot to keep first. Proud of you, I study you, I do the research. Proud of you, proud of you, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. Yo, proud of you, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. You, baby, yeah. You, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. Yeah. Yeah. See the crib and ask who did I steal from? Price tags on making the world feel some. They don't have enough to satisfy a real one. Maverick Carter couldn't even get the deal done. Scared to come towards us.
And David, well, it's a terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
And for Josh Richardson, missing a valued contributor, that could be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Thompson, Allen Iverson out there with Derrick Rose, and it's Mikan in at the center position. And for the 76ers, Antetokounmpo is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Tatum in at the small forward position. And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Lillard finds Giannis. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now, rivalries. They're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
Here's Mikan, 5 to shoot. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. We're about 1 minute into the first. Gilmore passes to Mikan. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, Iverson.
Love the fact that Paul George expends great energy at both ends of the floor. He's a rangy defender who's extremely disruptive.
Lillard, the pass to Embiid. Over Iverson, and there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now here's Iverson. Pass to Gilmore. Out to Thompson. Pass to Rose. From deep. No good that time. And Philadelphia the other way now.
And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the two critical positions, a 6'10" point guard and a 7'2" center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
Here's George. Tatum trying to break free. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Jokic has checked in for Joel Embiid. Pascal Siakam comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Jason Tatum. Young is subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now, here is Mourning. Good D by Siakam.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Shots good from Young.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Passes it to Anthony. Back to Irving. It's Dumars on the wing. Back to Irving. That one good for two.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
But deep three from George. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead. They're up by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last.
The Nigerian way, you gotta.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Yao. Irving is out there with Joe Dumars. Then it's Anthony, and it's Mourning in at the power forward position. It's good from long range.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots. Just on pound in that center position.
Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Towns, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Antetokounmpo comes in for Pascal Siakam. Bounce pass Young. And the pass to Beal. The three. Offensive rebound. Giannis against Anthony. Here's Giannis. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
The drive by Anthony and the rejection by Towns. Young for three. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Kyrie Irving. Young taking his time here. Knocked loose. Middleton on the wing. Beal from long range. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Beal's got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers. Irving passes to Lanier. Fires it up. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside, Towns. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
A guy with the size and skill of Towns, Kevin, really hard to stop without fouling.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jason Tatum comes in for Chris Middleton. George is checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Damian Lillard in for Young. And here's Rose. Iverson outside. Takes the three. The shot, no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their field goal percentage was a... And that's a...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Embiid is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Tatum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Lillard in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Iverson. And Iverson throws it down.
Boy, the quickness of Iverson. What a blur this guy is. Slithering his way through the defense and never afraid to drive it inside despite being a small guy.
And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant he pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
1:49 left in the third quarter.
I don't know if we've seen a tougher player pound for pound than Allen Iverson. I mean, you can knock him around, but he's always going to bounce back up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Iverson. Jokic has checked in for the 76ers. Pascal Siakam comes in for Tatum. And both free throws good for Iverson. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
Here's Mourning. And no good that time. Excellent D there from George.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Rose. Outside Dumars. Mourning inside, covered by Lillard. Mourning's shot is good.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Back to Antetokounmpo. 76ers moving the ball around. It's George on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Knicks trail by 8. Floats it up for Rose. Now the pass to Iverson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Iverson's got 6 points.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Poked loose. Giannis kicks to George. Not going to go that time.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We come back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And New York looking at who they've got. Thompson is out there with Irving. Then it's Anthony, and it's Mikan in at the 5 spot. Yep, it counts. 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Thompson against Beal. Pass to Embiid. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and the basket is good.
You can't do anything about that. Even when Young is under pressure, he just finds a way to score.
Irving against Young. No good from Irving.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
Here's Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Outside Irving. Here's Gilmore. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Artis Gilmore is just a massive guy, and strong too. I mean, rugged, a center that is flat out a beast on both ends of the floor. Banged my head against that dude many a time. It was not fun.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one. Guys.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. The 76ers making a switch here. Towns is checked in. Iverson's checked in for the Knicks.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Irving against Young. Here's Towns. Sinks that one from the post. And the 76ers lead by 6.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game over.
That's tipped. Irving attacking, and the slam dunk by Irving.
And AI, Allen Iverson, does more than just shoot the ball. He also has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
And the 76ers call time here. They're ahead by 2. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Towns. Paul George comes in for Chris Middleton. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Trae Young. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
And George has learned a lot, and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Iverson. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo has really learned how to get himself to the foul line. It's one of the easiest ways to score the ball. He gets to the stripe at a higher clip with each passing year.
Yeah, that's too bad. A nice drive there, but just couldn't finish.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
From deep, Rose, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10, and that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
New York calls timeout. They're behind by 7. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
A 3 off the inbound. That shot off. Lillard with it. So the 76ers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And if we could just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down, we'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
I'm really in a car, no. I've been working 24/7, no flinch. Ride around the city, ghost ride in a